What's up? It's Pastor D. Hey, I wanted to pop in. I was going to do this tomorrow, but I'm going to pop in tonight. So here it is. It's your prophetic prophetic pop up for April 2020. So I want to jump on with each and every one of you. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, blessed day on today, like never before. And get on, share this out. It's gonna be amazing. I wanted to get on and tell you what God is speaking in this season. So hi everybody. If you're watching the replay, you can scroll ahead a few minutes or so. Let's give the room time to populate, and then we're gonna get started. God's gonna say something amazing, something beautiful for you on tonight, and I believe it. So, hello everybody. How's everybody doing? Thank God for each and every one of you that's watching on tonight. Tell me where you're from as you come into the room. Tell me where you're from. Yeah. And I'm gonna get started. Oh man, I hope you guys are well, and I hope you are staying safe during this pandemic. Amen. And I know most of you are, but I hope that you are well and stay safe. Please stay safe. Hello, 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 Ohio, New York, and North Carolina. God bless each and every one of you. I want to just say thank you for all of you that's been watching our channel, that's been subscribing. Would y'all do me a favor if you have not subscribed to our channel now? Would you take a moment to do that now? And all you watching the replay, would y'all do that? And I don't sit in and beg for followers, but we get a lot of people watch, but a lot of people don't subscribe. So, can you subscribe if this is blessing you? Because I know it's blessing somebody. And also, would you do me a favor and go follow me on Instagram at Pastor DLOUIS? Listen, in this season, God has only released me to just give encouraging words. And I do preach the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Hello from East Texas, right up the street. And so, I want to make sure that you guys are following me. Thank you since 2019. Wow. Hello, Mississippi. Hello, Atlanta. Come on, y'all, help me get these numbers up real quick. I gotta go to reach. I'm just messing with y'all. And thank y'all for everybody that's getting on tonight. I know you could be doing something else on today. I'm gonna hit one button and then I'm gonna get ready to get started. I want to release this into your life on today, and so I really do. I want to release this into your life on today. All right, we got about a few minutes. I've been on 3 minutes. Hello from Canada. Canada. Oh, Canada. Oh, I'm sorry. Um, Somebody gonna be watching the replays. Like, come on, get started, Pastor D. All right, I gotta get. All right. God bless you. I'm Pastor D, Senior Pastor, Unity Church of Dallas, Unity Worship Center, Shreveport. Two churches, two locations. And I just wanted to pop in because God's been speaking. I hadn't been that quiet. If you've been watching me online, but I have been hearing. I spoke a word into your life, and it was accurate. Wow. And so I wanted to share tonight. Hello from St. Louis and Connecticut, Baton Rouge. What God is speaking in this season during the pandemic, and God's been dealing with me some ways supernaturally and just been speaking. I want to share that with you. So this is what I like to do. If you're ready, type the word ready. Let's get started. All right. God bless each and every one of you. If you're ready, somebody asked me how to sow already. Well, the Cashapp is Pastor D. Lewis. Bless you. God put that in your spirit. Do it. Let's go. Let's go. So I want to start here. And I got some other notes. I wrote these down. I shared some of this last night on Periscope, but I want to share with you on tonight. One of the things that God spoke to me, even before we get started, I just want to make sure I'm clear to what God is speaking. This pandemic has happened for a reason. It's not happenstance, it's what God allowed. Now, because I mean, what he desires, what he's allowed. And because he's allowed this, God says it's going to make many of you, when this is over, shift into a new climate, into a new season. That's the start. My God. You're going to shift into a new climate, and you're going to shift into a new season. Many of you, the reason that this is happening, God says, I did not isolate you to leave you stagnant. Jesus. Oh, I did not isolate you to leave you stagnant. I isolated you so when you come out, you can come out with a better prayer life, a better intercessor, a better preacher, a better anointing, a better gifting, whatever you are, a better entrepreneur. I did not isolate you to leave you stagnant. Isolated you so when this is over, watch this, you will come out ahead. Isolation removes you from familiarity. God Almighty. And because it removes you from familiarity, this is a season where you are proving yourself to God. And because you are proving yourself to God, what's happening for many of you when this is over, watch this. God said, you will know what you will no longer tolerate. Who are you? You will know what you will no longer tolerate. This is putting you in a place where you will learn the true intentions of some of the people around you. Because if it's a dire season for some of you, they're going to prove to you that they never intended any good for you. My God. And some of you are looking at me right now that God is going to remove you from familiarity. And when he removes you from familiarity, I need you to type this, he is walking you to a new season of divine providence, divine manifestation. You will see more glory. You will see more miracles. You will see, come on, more manifestations of God in this next season when God, listen, God told me today, and it's just, this is crazy what he told me today. He says, Pastor D, when this is over, he says, tell the believers that it starts their new year. Oh. And I said, God, what do you mean? He says, the beginning of the year was dire for most of them. The beginning of the year was frustrating for most of them. When this is over, it starts their new year. This is not for everybody. And he said, what I promised them at the beginning of the year, I'm going to make up with however many months they have left at the end of the year. Who are you that I'm speaking to right now? I'm telling you that by the time you get to the end of the year, God's going to catch you up. And whatever you lost at the beginning of the year, God's going to make up for lost time. Maybe that's not you, but maybe somebody's hearing what God is saying. And he says, what I promised you in January will happen in May. It will happen in June. What I promised you in December. And when the clock was turning, because some of you got said, I spoke to you. And when the new year happened, I promised you that it would not be the same thing that happened in 2019. And it feels like it's happening again. But God says, He says, I'm going to make up for lost time because I'm going to walk you into a season where I'm going to give you restitution for the months that you lost. Oh my God! Today, I need somebody to type restitution. Y'all better share this out because I just got started. Type it, restitution. I'm gonna give you restitution for the rest of the months that you lost. I'm going to make up for lost time. I'm gonna put some of you in warp speed. It's gonna blow your mind. You right now are dealing with something that's a deficit. I'm going to make up your deadlines. I'm going to meet your agendas. I'm going to meet your needs. I'm going to meet your prayers. I hear you. I see you. I know you. I've made you. And now this will not be a pity party type of season for you. When the world is participating in a recession, you will not be depressed based on what they are participating in. You will participate in blessings. Okay, all right. And that's what he told me. And I said, God, give me more. Watch this. This blessed me. God says, don't pay attention to what the government is doing. Because what's happening is this, right? The closed up places in your life will come open. Somebody type open. The closed up places in your life will become open. It will become open. Watch me. The closed up places in your life will become open. Make sure you follow me if you're not following me. Now, watch this. What happened is this. God says his hand is on your life. And because his hand is on your life, he says this, watch me, pandemic has forced you to remove your hand away from it. And you've now realized that human effort does not work. And I don't know who you are, but somebody on here, you've been trying to do it yourself and figure it out yourself, and you see that it will not work. And then God says, I got my hand on it, and because my hand is on it, I'm going to bring you into a season of satisfaction. And I spoke to some people on last night, and I want to put this in your spirit. Many of you, God says the reason you can get ready to walk into a promoted season is because I did not grade you on a curve. Ooh. Yeah, I did not grade you on a curve. You either pass or you fail. And many of you during this season, you have passed the test. I don't know who I'm speaking to, but because some of you have passed the test, God says you're getting ready to walk into a place where you're going to participate in fullness of joy. And when you participate in this fullness of joy, what's going to happen? Your effort has not been enough. So I'm going to remove your effort and I'm going to replace it with my effort. Watch me. And my effort is effortless. And because it's effortless, I don't have to get tired. You've been tired enough. I don't get weary. You've been worried enough. Now, I'm getting ready to take it away from you and remove stress off of your plate. I'm talking to somebody that's watching me right now that's lost your job during a pandemic. God says, don't ask for things back that I allowed to be taken away from you. And now, because I've allowed these things to be taken away from you, I'm going to give back to you better than what you lost. Please, 100 of you, just type this better. Please, please, would you type it better? He says, I'm going to give it back to you better than what you've lost it. And then I'm going to now show up as an unstoppable force in your life. And what's going to happen? When I show up as this unstoppable force, I will remove the mountain of opposition. Every devil in hell that's been fighting your destiny. Somebody talk to me. Every demonic influence that's been fighting your destiny. Every co-worker, every family member, every devil, every witch, every warlock that's been fighting your destiny, I will remove the mountain of opposition, says God. And because this is happening, he says, when I remove this mountain of opposition, God said, and I said this last night, he says, I'm drying up, watch me, by the roots, the unfruitful trees in your life. Whew, yeah. Oh my God, hold on, Pastor D, they didn't catch that. Let me say it again. He says, oh, no, I'm drying up by the root. Everything that's been unfruitful in your life, I don't know who you are, and I don't know where you are right now, but God said, everything that's been unfruitful in your life, I'm drying it up by the root. Don't you be frustrated at what's getting ready to happen yet. I got my hand on you, and I'm getting ready to reveal my glory, and I'm getting ready to reveal why you went through it. I'm getting ready to reveal why you cried about it. I'm getting ready to reveal why you suffered. I'm getting ready to reveal why you lost it. I am drying up the root, everything that's been unfruitful in your life, and I'm causing, watch me, your finances to come forth. Type that, come forth. I'm causing your health to come forth. I'm causing your marriage to come forth. I'm causing your relationships to come forth. All the unfruitful areas in your life, because some of you have asked God a question, and you've asked God this question, and you were not trying to charge him foolishly, but you just asked God, what's happening with me, because I'm participating in something that I don't feel like I'm ready for. God, I'm too anointed to be in this season. God, I'm too gifted to be this broke. God, you promised me something, and now you didn't realize that you were around things that were unfruitful. You didn't realize that you were around people that were unfruitful. And I'm drying it up at the root. Watch me. And when I dry it up at the root, what's happening for many of you? He says, I will, watch me, I will blossom you in desert places. Oh my God. Oh God. I will. Is anybody receiving this? I will blossom you in desert places. While other people are frustrated and dry, I will blossom you. And I said, God, that don't make sense. He said, yes, it does. He says, go to Isaiah, when I told them I will make rivers in the desert. Oh my God. I said, God, what? He says, go to Isaiah 43. He says, I will make rivers in the desert. I'm going to blossom you in dry places. I'm going to spring forth you in dry places. I'm going to bring you forth in dry places. I'm going to put you in a new season in dry places. And when other people are trying to figure out how you did it, you're going to have a but God type of moment. You're not going to even know how to talk about it because it's going to flabbergast you. And you're going to be so elated and so enthused that it's going to mess your mind up. You're not going to even be able to pen it to paper. And you're going to say, but God, because I'm going to bring you forward. Let me go further. And what God says, watch me. He says, I'm getting, oh my God, to your place. And I'm putting you in a place. And I said this, and I want to say it again. I don't know who you are. And I want to make sure y'all hear this part because I'm going to bring it down a notch so y'all can just hear this part. I don't know who you are, but you're watching me, Isaiah Gaither and Official Benji and all you people that are watching me, and Mia and Jessica. I'm calling your names. And Donna, I'm speaking to your life. Watch me. And I'm calling your names because God's telling me to call your names, Lorraine. And I'm calling your names intentionally. And can I tell you why I'm calling you? And everybody that's watching this replay, watch this. Because God told me that I'm getting ready to give you your rhythm back. Woo. All right. He says your rhythm has been off. You have not been in harmony with me. You have not been in sync with me. I'm getting ready to give you the rhythm back that you had. He says, I'm giving you rhythm back that's going to unfold. And the rhythm that you're getting ready to have will bring, watch this, I need you to type it. It will bring harmony back to your life. And it will bring increase. Somebody type that, harmony and increase. I'm giving you your rhythm back. You've been off. You hadn't been yourself. Stuff's been messing with your mind. You don't know why you off. You don't know why. Stuff that you could do easily, you hadn't been able to do. He says, why? He says, because you've been focused and consumed by these things. But I'm giving you your rhythm back. Things that bother you used to didn't bother you. Things that messed up in your mind didn't bother you before. Stuff that came at you didn't bother you, but now things bother you a little bit more. And I'm giving you your rhythm back. You're getting back to that prayer life that you used to be. I'm giving you your rhythm back. You get back to scriptures like you used to be. I'm putting you back in harmony with me. It's as if you're going to have that heartbeat again. I'm giving you your rhythm back. Some of you, you've been off because God says, I'm giving you your rhythm back. And when you get your rhythm back, the creativity comes back. The ingenuity comes back. Everything that God placed in you comes back. Now, you won't be frustrated by it anymore because you understand it's a process. It will not keep you from your promise because you're getting your rhythm back. And when you get your rhythm back, God says, now you are ready for increase. Why? Because when you are in sync, watch me. God told me to tell the believers today. He says, watch this. The issue with some of you is he says, I don't dwell in this unity. No. He says, I come when there's harmony and when there's unity and when there's cohesion and when there's togetherness. And some of you, the problem that's been happening for you, you've been assimilated and succumbing to the wrong pressures and the wrong people in life. So what you have done, you have dummied down who you are and acquiesced your anointing, and you succumb to the people around you because you want to fit in. And God says, I did not make you to fit in. I made you to stand out. You cannot fit in. That's why some of your family can't stand you. You are not in harmony with me because you're trying to make friends with people that I only told you to pray for. I gotta go. I don't know who you are. Woo, but I'm telling some of you right now, when you make a decision, y'all better share this out. It's getting ready. I got about 10 more minutes. You make a decision this month. He says, I'm going to remove this mountain of opposition. I'm going to place you back in harmony. And when I place you in harmony, I will increase you. Watch this. And then he says, I will overtake you and I'll put you in a place where you have no room to receive. Why? Because many of you are walking into a reaping season. Who are you? Somebody type that word reaping. Reaping. Watch me. Oh my God. Reaping. Come on. Reaping. Watch me. I'm going to say this part. Stay with me. Don't unfollow me. But God spoke this and I'm going to say it one more time. God said some of you have been mesmerized by venom. Oh God. Oh my Lord. Some of you have been mesmerized by toxicity. You've been poured in and you've been mesmerized by things you need to test and kill at the root. Come on, y'all. Some of you in a season that should have been dead and dormant years ago. And the reason you're not ready to reap is God said you got to let those things go. And when you let those things go, I'm going to let what you cannot see. And some of you are looking at me right now and you're wondering why you are struggling. God said you are struggling because when I placed you in a season where you decide that people will be beneficiaries to what I have given you. There are too many leeches in your life. There are too many people that are manipulative. There are too many people that are counterintuitive to your destiny and your walk. So I will not bless you, because if I bless you, you're going to squander what I give you, Jabez. Okay, you keep asking me to enlarge your territory, but your name means that you were born of pain. And some of you right now don't know how to participate in God's blessing because you keep letting your pain take you back to your curse. My God, I gotta go. But today, what's getting ready to happen for you? You will no longer be tied by matters of the heart. They will not weigh you down in this season. Because when he gives you your rhythm back, you're going to see it for what it is. Your discernment will increase. Your anointing will increase. Your prayer life will increase. You will see it for what it is. You will call it what it is. You will be strong enough to call it what it is. You will no longer pity-pat it around and act like you don't see what it is. And when God infuses you with the Holy Spirit that's getting ready to take over you, you will not, ladies and gentlemen, go back and participate in something that God has commanded you to let go. And when you do this month, some of you, before the month is over, God's going to overturn some things. My God, God's going to shift some things. He's going to break some things. He's going to destroy some yokes. He's going to destroy bondages. He's going to set captive free. Some of you right now, you are one word away from opening up your mouth. But if you release some of the things that God told you to let go, I'm going to let go what you cannot see from the heavenly realm. My God, today, because some of you right now, you've been striving to do better. You've been striving. You've been hoping to do better. You've been wanting to do better. You said you were going to do better. But then God says now you've been in a season that's been contentious. But contention and dispute will no longer dominate your field. Come on, y'all. Contention and dispute will no longer, ladies and gentlemen, you will not, watch this, be in a place where you let the opinions of the wrong people weigh you down again. You will not be in a season any longer where you start to care. I am giving you strength in your heart. I am giving you peace in your mind. And if they leave, you will let them leave because you understand that God has something greater for you. If they don't want to support, you no longer care. And God's going to remove the matters of the heart this month. What's going to happen is this. When I do this for you, I don't know who you are, I got to go. God says, I'm going to remove the toil in this season. God, I'm going to remove the labor pains in this season. You are about to give birth, but it's been hard for some of you. But I'm removing the hard season. If you will be obedient and willing, I will give you the good of the land. No more crying at night, God is saying. No more heavy heart. No more worried mind. If that's you, I need you to type here a 1 across the screen quickly. If you've been worrying, I need you to type it. God says, I am pulling you out of a season where your mind is worrying. I hear God saying to somebody right now, you were saying to me, Pastor D, I can't sleep at night. The reason you can't sleep at night is not because you have insomnia. God says you are not being able to sleep because the devil wants you to stay up because you are no longer dreaming. And he does not want you to see the destiny and the blessings that you're getting ready to walk into. But tonight you will be in a place, let me say it one more time, where your sleep will be uninterrupted. Your peace will be now that peace that surpasses understanding. You will rest tonight. You will not be stressed tonight. You will not be up all hours of the night. You're not going to need no Patron to calm your nerves. You're not going to need no melatonin to go to bed. God's going to put you in a place of rest, and he's going to put you in a place where you sleep tonight. Who are you? Oh my God, I didn't really get on here to do that, but God is speaking to somebody. I don't know who you are. Thank you, woman of God, for sowing, whoever you are. He says, no more heavy heart. No more worried mind. Hear me, y'all. Are y'all coming? Coming? Are y'all hearing me? No more. No more. Somebody type that. No more. Type it. No more. No more. No more. No more. No more. Who are you? If that's you, type it. No more. No more. No more. No more. You will not be spiritually anemic. You will not be a cookie cutter Christian. God says, watch this. I'm getting ready to get out of here. Is tell y'all this. He says, tell somebody 3 words. It is well. Wow. Somebody type that. It is well. He says, tell somebody, it is well. Believers, it is well. It is well. He says, it is well. And he says, your prospects and your destiny is assured. It is well. He says, I'm taking you to a place of green pastures and still waters. It is well. Your destiny is intact. I haven't forgotten about you. It is well. He says, I know your needs. I know your wants. I know your desires. I've seen your prayers. I've seen your petition. It is well. I've seen your tears. It is well. I've seen you pacing the floor. It is well. I've seen you get money and you had to lose it to pay for things because you had to catch up. It is well. I know you lost a job. It is well. Pastor, I know your church is going under and it feels like God is not with you. No, 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 no. He says, no, it is well. I know some of you right now, you participated in sickness and you lost people from COVID-19. God said, it is well. Don't look at what you see. God said, look at through my eyes. It is well. Come on, keep typing it. Somebody say, it is well. I know some of you are frustrated. God said, it is well. It is well. You will not be in a place. I'm taking you to a fruitful season. It is well. And then he says, I see the desires because of my omniscience. Don't be frustrated. My omniscience lets you get in it. And because of my omniscience, I know that I would not put you in a place that is more than you can bear. So I've allowed it, but you need to understand, after I allowed it, you can participate in a net-breaking season and a net-breaking blessing. That when I put you in this season that's net-breaking, what will happen for many of you, you won't have room enough to carry what God has placed on the inside. Oh, y'all hear me? So when you get it, God says to people attached to you and connected to you that saw you suffer, saw you struggle, that still patted you on the back, that still said you will make it, they will reap what you have. That's why God lets you go through this by yourself. Because when you come out, you're going to come out with people that pour into you. And some of you have lost your pour. You've poured into everybody. And you lost your pour. But it is well. I'm out of here, but I'm going to say these last points. I got 3 minutes. Hopefully, let me try to do it in 3 minutes. Write this down, ladies and gentlemen. God says, I need no convincing. Woo! I'm out of here. He says, I need no convincing. You don't have to convince me. I don't need you to convince me. Thank you for sowing Simple Truth. I don't need convincing. I don't need convincing to move. Oh my God, this is my testimony. I don't care if y'all like it or not. This is all mine now. I'm taking this for myself because I've been asking God for things, and God says, stop praying 1,000,000 times for something that I'm already going to answer. You prayed enough. Now praise me like it's happening. I don't need you to convince me any longer. You were already convincing me when I saw you suffer, go through it. Watch this. And I said, God, what do you mean? He says, stop. Pick your head up. I don't need you to convince me. I made my statement on the cross. Oh my God. And when I made my statement on the cross, and when I was beat with many blows, and I told you by your stripe, my stripe, you will be healed. And I told you I will leave you a comforter. I made my statement. And when I made my statement, watch me, my statement was to address every deficit in your life. I said, God, that sounds good to me. And I got a little bit happy. I'm helping somebody right now because God says he's already made a statement. And if he's done it in your life before, he says, why in the world do you think he's not going to do it again? I've already made a statement. Watch me. And he says, say 4 words to them so they can catch this. What are the words, God? Your prayers are heard. Somebody just type that. My prayers are heard. My prayers are heard. My prayers, come on, you got to say it, guys. Y'all, come on, come on, come on. It's my job to push you, my job to encourage you, but y'all got to say it. Come on, pick your head up, woman of God that's looking at me, that's crying right now. Come on, say it with me. Say my prayers are heard. Come on. I know you hadn't seen it, but say it with me, brother. Come on, say it. My prayer, pastor, say it with me right now. Come on, prophet, say it with me right now. I know you struggling to say it. Say my prayers. Come on, y'all. My prayers have heard. Come on, can y'all feel God? My prayers are heard. God, I've been crying. I'm tired. My prayers have been heard. God, I'm struggling. My prayers have been heard. God, I'm suffering. My prayers have been heard. My kids got worse. My prayers. Come on, y'all type it. My prayers have been heard. Y'all hear me? And God says, tell the believers. I'm emphatic about God, y'all, because this has stirred me up. He says, I'm not mad at you. I'm not punishing you. He says, and for somebody, I'm not disappointed in you. I'm getting ready to give you a new name. I'm giving you a new life. I'm giving you a new leash on life. I'm giving you more ferocity and more fervor because I heard your prayers. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to breathe my spirit into your human frailty because I know you can't handle it no more. I don't know who you are. I really don't. But I feel your spirit tugging on me. And it's tugging on me so hard I can feel it. And I said, God, what's going on? And he says, by the time you get through with this broadcast, he says, tell the believers that they're getting ready to get their strength back and they're getting their fight back. And I'm giving them power to remove every obstacle. I'm giving them power because these things have made some of them frail. These things have made some of them frustrated. I'm giving you the power to stand up. And I'm going to give you the power to take my strength. And when you take my strength, I'm going to see you through the present distresses that you have. I'm going to see you. Are y'all hearing me tonight? Oh, my God. Please tell me. I'm not mad at you, says God. I'm not disappointed. But I will disappoint your enemies. Woman of God that's listening to me right now, and I shared this last night, and it's in my spirit again, and I'm just flowing with God tell me before I get off it. I got to be very obedient to God. You're looking at me right now, and you've really been depressed. I mean, really depressed. Depressed to a state that you were in formerly because God healed you from that, but you're looking at me right now, and you've been in a state of such depression, and because of the depression right now, you've really had some suicidal thoughts, really, really, really. Your kids keep you intact, keep you alive because of that. But if they wouldn't mind, I think you probably would have thought about it right now. I'm talking to you, and you're looking at me right now. You don't have to tell me unless you want to, but I'm telling you, you're watching me right now. God's removing you from depression. And he says, I'm pulling it out of your shoulders. I'm pulling it out of your body. And listen to me, woman of God. God says, I'm literally taking things off of your plate. You've been literally a plate full, as if a buffet. It has so much on it. And you've been trying to carry these things for everybody. Look at the analogy. And every time you take it, they take everything off your plate. And then you go back and try to replenish everything. And he says, He says, I'm taking you to a place now where you're going to finally start to see yourself as I see you. And you're going to yoke with me. And my yoke is easy. And my burdens will be very light. Hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me. And because my burdens will be very light, you're going to take up now God. And then when you take him, he says, I'm going to remove these things out of your plate. I'm going to remove the encumbrances. I'm going to put you in a place where you've been on life support. And I'm going to remove the stone out of your way, Lazarus. And you will live and not die. I need y'all to type that word live. Woman of God, you hear me? Live. He says, now, he says, I know the frame that I have placed you in because I made you and I made you from dust. And because I made you from dust, watch me, I am breathing my spirit into you today. And as I breathe my spirit into you today, I am commanding sinews and I'm commanding you to live. I am commanding bones to line up. I am commanding your body to line up. Somebody's sick right now. Type it, line up. I am commanding you to be healed. I am taking you off blood blood pressure medicine. I'm healing you right now. I am taking some of you off life support. I am healing you now. I am breathing into your body. I am sending my glory on a live stream, on a broadcast. I am doing it now. I am breathing into your frailty. You are getting strong as I speak now. I don't know who you are, but God says you are lining up as I speak to you right now. I'm removing obstacles, things that you stumbled over. I am removing the things that pushed you back. I am removing. Let me say it again. I hear this in my spirit. God says spiritually, I am breaking the arm of something that's been trying to hold you back. There's been something that's been holding about 100 of you back financially. And you don't know it. And I didn't mean to hit the desk, but I hit it. You don't know it. But God told me just now, listen, he says, what's been holding some of you back is your bloodline. Okay, let's deal with it. Now, what I'm doing, he says, I am cursing it. I am removing it from your bloodline. Listen to me. God says you've already beat the odds. And because you've already beat the odds, you already survived things that other people will die. But some of you have not beat the odds in your bloodline because your greatest fight and your greatest struggle and your greatest warfare has been with your family. Who are you? Type of two real quick. I'm coming. And because of that, God says no longer will you fight something that should have been intended to help you live. I will remove it from you. I will take it away from you. I will deal with the things. God says, take your hand away from it. Vengeance is His. Because vengeance is His, He says, I will repay. Everybody that put their mouth on you, handled you inappropriately, spoke against you, put word curses in your life. God is removing it out of your spirit now. God is putting it in a place now where it will no longer bother you. It will be in a season now where you no longer think about it. You will not, come on now, replay the things of your past, of your childhood, rejection issues, father not being there, bitterness issues. God says, I've isolated you to a place because when I bring you out of this, I will not bring you out in the same place that you started in. I got to go, y'all, my Lord. I don't know who you are. I don't. But I know what God just said to you. I love y'all. That's all I got. And because of who God is, He getting ready to do it, y'all. And I feel Him so keen right now. I wish all y'all was in a service with me right now. I promise to God I'd lay hands on every one of y'all. Because God's getting ready to do something. And because of that, choose tonight to enter into the rest that God has for you. I want everybody that still can type this 3 words. I receive it. Because God says an open heaven is finna hit you. I receive it. Type it fast. You about to walk into an open heaven. Type it. I receive it. I got time. Type it. I receive it. Come on, y'all. Type it fast. I receive it. I receive it. Type it. And the other day, God spoke this in my spirit. And I got to say this in the mouth. It was raining. And as it was raining, God said, look as far as you can look. And I kept looking. And He says, what's this? He says, I'm reminding you, just like I reminded Abraham, oh my God. He says, you're walking into a season of dividends. Somebody type dividends real quick. You're walking into a new place of dividends. Dividends. What are dividends? God says dividends are things that come, ladies and gentlemen. It can come biannually or annually, but it's something that comes consistently. And He said, because you are heir to the promise, you will walk into dividends. Some of you right now, what your father did not get, you will get. What your mother did not get, you will get. What your forefathers did not get, you will get. Come on, what your grandfather, come on, y'all, your great-grandfather, what they died prematurely, God said you will reap dividends in this season of your life. I will put you in a place where I'm going to make the devil cough up the riches that he stole from you, and he will vomit out everything. Oh, God. Including dividends. Type it fast. Dividends. Come on, type it quick. Dividends. What's going to happen? You're going to walk in this place of God where you have dividends. And I know some of you don't know how God speaks, and it's all good. But what's going to happen for you? Listen to me, I'm out. Because what's going to happen for you? You're going to be in a place with God where you're going to finally hear His voice like you're listening to Pastor D right now. Because God told me to tell you believers this: not every voice or every influence that appeals to your religious sense originates from him. Wow. Be careful who you let in your earwaves. Oh, my Lord. Be careful in this next season of your life, because there are some false prophets, okay, and there are some false, oh, yes, come on. Hear me. Don't y'all leave too soon. I just heard that are literally coming, and they don't serve God. They are there for mammon. They are there, and they have been sent. They've been sent by the adversary because they appeal to the religiosity in you. Because some of you, you are behavioral religious people. Okay, I know you didn't like that point, but I got to say it before I get off of here. You have a behavior of being religious. And because you have a behavior of being religious, some of you are being appealed to by people who now say something that you like because it appeals to your religion, but it never appeals to the relationship that you should have with him. I don't know who you are, but God Almighty, wow. So what's going to happen is this. God says, learn to judge righteous judgment, whereby you will save yourself from the pitfall of the enemy that's getting ready to happen. Because this pandemic that's happening now, God says this will not be the worst thing that hits this world. Woo! So you will not be caught off guard. You will not be caught off guard. Hear me. You will judge the righteous by the judgment whereby that you have on the inside of you. You will see it before it happens. You will speak it. You will declare it. You will make an edict about it. You will not be caught off guard. Lastly, oh my God, I was trying to go, but I don't know who that's for. And God says, you will not be fooled by human charisma. You will not be fooled by the assertions of human charisma. Some of you right now, you're too enamored by people because they have followers and because they, oh God, I tried to leave, but I'm here. Because they have a big following, because they have a big platform. You will not. God's going to put some of you in a place where God says you're going to be, watch me, more loyal to a storefront type of anointing. Because what I am ushering in this season of my life, God says I have leveled the playing field. And just because they were mega going in, they will not be mega going out. God says, I've taken away my spirit in some of those places. Hear me, y'all. Because they have members, because they've been seeker friendly. Pentecost has not visited these places. But what God is doing, he says, I've leveled the playing field. And people that have stayed connected to me and the power. Woo! Are y'all hearing me today? He says you will not be drawn to personalities. You will be drawn to the Spirit. You will not stay in a church just because your father started it and you want to be loyal to a denomination. You will be drawn to the Spirit. Why do you think so many preachers and so many bishops and so many pastors have got taken away? He says because they were hiding behind a denomination, but they had no power. Oh, my Lord, I'm done. And I don't know who you are. But God says for some of you, it's time for you to transition. It's time, somebody type that, transition. Woo, Jesus. Transition. The end for some of them, God said, was never good. And what happened is this. The ones that follow them will be scattered. I don't know who you are. You may be Baptist, Kojic, non-denomination. I don't care who you are. If God's Spirit is not there, get somewhere where the Spirit of God is moving. Are y'all hear me? I am removing false prophets. I will not spare them in this outcome. Woo, God, yes. I am removing them that are speaking in my name, but I am not present in their life. Wow. He says, I am showing you in small, still voices who is real and who is only a personality. I am now uprooting you, Jesus, the spirit of charisma. My God. Are y'all hearing me today? Every spiritual thing outside of who God is will be dead. Woo! You got to see that spiritually. It means he's going to just take them, but it means I'm killing it. If it's outside of me and I'm no longer participating, you need to remove yourself because it will not be fruitful. You will be in a dead season. My God. Every spirit of misdirection, oh my God, will be dealt with. You think it's strange that I've allowed COVID-19 to hit the house of God. It is not strange because personalities have taken away from my glory. But I am the way. I am the truth. I am the light. Your dependence should never be on a preacher. Your dependence should always be on me. I don't mean to scream at y'all. I'm sorry, y'all, but oh, God. Whew. Because when you depend on mortal men, you are walking in adultery. You're making them idols. They have become the Messiah complex over you. They have become your God. I never intended for your preacher to be your God. Who am I talking? I don't know. Listen, I'm a pastor, but I'm telling you what God's saying. I only intended for them to bring you closer to me. Yes, respect them. No, don't dishonor them. But I never wanted you to depend on them as idols. I am uprooting. Are y'all catching me? My daddy would call it pastor salvation. And what's going to happen, and I'm done, but I got at least 100 people on here that you have second guessed your calling and your gifting. Some of you go to my church, some of you follow me, and I'm saying this, and I'm shutting this thing down. Listen to me. Watch me. God says for every demonic influence, every devil in hell, every church, every whatever, he says that neglected your anointing. Oh God. He says the people that were the no names that were neglected, I'm getting ready to raise up. Oh my God, some of you right now, you've been battling, you've been bitter because your business and your church and your everything been stagnant. I'm removing you out of that season of stagnation. I'm taking you to a place where I'm getting ready to infuse you and indwell you with the power that I have for you. And now, what's going to rise up besides the glory, the throne of God, the kingdom is getting ready to rise up in you because you kept your eyes on God and then you didn't put your mouth on the wrong people, David. You said, I will not touch the anointed because I know when it's my season. God says now this pandemic has moved certain things out of the way and the ones that neglected you will now need your prayers. Ooh, God Almighty, some of you are looking at me right now. Pick your head up. They have been that at that juncture of life, but God's getting ready to raise up the no names, the people that were neglected, the people that said they would be less than, the people that have tattoos, the woman that had a baby out of wedlock, the clubber that got their life right, the weed reefer smoker that got themselves together, everybody that was a black sheep. God says, I am removing this season of religiosity and I'm putting the no names in place, going to usher in the second wave of my glory. I'm out. I love y'all. I'm out of time. That's it. God said stop. Because I wanted to stay on 30 minutes. I don't know who you are, but all 230 of you that's watching me right now, God said I let some of this judgment start in the house of God. because my prophets and my apostles and my preachers have been stagnant. My apostles and my prophets and my preachers have wanted to participate in Hollywood. They want Hollywood scripts. They want movie roles. They want to participate with the government. They're crossing the line and they're shaking hands with the wrong people. God says, He said, I did not call you to be popular and famous. I called you to give my word. I called you to help heal, deliver. I called you to help people be saved. I called you to help people no longer be stagnant. I'm changing this. And I don't know who you are. But when Unity Church of Dallas starts back up, if you are in the DFW area anywhere, come rock with me, because I promise you, you will not see church ever again as usual. If God tells us to stop in the middle of an offering, in a benediction, and start to speak his power, we doing it. Because God is changing these things. I love y'all. I love y'all. I promise you I do. If ever you want to sow a seed in the prophetic word, you know what the Cashapp is. I got 2 minutes to do this. I'm going to pray tonight. I'm going to be up late because it's been a steady night for me. If you receive the word, somebody type, I receive it. If you want to sow, do me a favor. Put a 7 in it somewhere. The number 17 is victory, but you can sow whatever God puts in your spirit. Just put a 7 in it, $5.07, $10.07, whatever. If you received it and you wish to do that, do it, right? Because I don't know who God spoke to, and it ain't a money grab. I promise y'all. If God tells you to do it and you know it resonated in your spirit, do me a favor on the live stream. Type the word "so." Don't tell me what you're going to do. I just want to go back and pull your names because I'm going to watch it at the end and I'm going to pray. If you send anything, please include your prayer request in there so I can pray for you. I really do pray for you if you send the prayer request with a seed. The seed is just, ladies and gentlemen, in obedience for what God has released in your life. And if you are growing by the word of God, then it's appropriate to release the seeds into God's man. That's all you're doing, okay? But don't let none of these footloose and fancy free prophets tell y'all something different. Whatever God speaks to you, do it. If God tell you 1,000, do it. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you, if this resonated and God spoke something and confirmed something in your life to help you go further, do it. You can do it on YouTube while I'm watching. Again, it's Pastor, I'm done, Pastor. Somebody put it in the comments. D as in David, Louis, Cashapp, paypal.me/DDL Ministries. If you want to mail anything, P.O. Box 80108. I'll say it again, my friend. Shreveport, Louisiana, 71148. Or the website where you can sow a bevy of ways is www.Pastor D. Louis. I'm going to say it one more time. Cash App is Pastor D as in David, Louis. Cash App. Again, the website is www.Pastor D as in David, Louis. If you want to mail it, P.O. Box 80108, Shreveport, Louisiana, 71148. It'll be in the comment section as well. Thank y'all for showing. I'm going to pray for everybody. See, put it in there. If you can type it. If you can't, go to Instagram. My Instagram is Pastor D. Louis. Everybody, please go follow me on Instagram. I put a lot of good stuff on Instagram. And would y'all subscribe to my channel? I should have been at 100,000 followers by now. I don't know why y'all don't like follow. I don't know. But I promise you, I'm just giving y'all what God is telling me to do. I'm just a vessel that's being used by him. I don't take any credit for what God says. I just speak what he says. And I hope y'all been blessed by the word. Follow my YouTube channel. I'm going to leave this video up, and God's going to do something amazing through this video. I stayed on longer than I thought. Thank God for whatever he spoke. And if you're sowing that, thank y'all for sowing. I love y'all. I'm out of time, not out of word. All right. I pray for each and every one of you. You're going to get through this. Keep your head up and walk in the blessings of God. All right. And so, do I mentor people? Yes, I do. I have a mentorship program of 40 prophets and preachers already. I'm going to open it back up at the end of the year, and I'm going to take 40 more for 2021. So, I would thank you, Miss Nikki Nicole, for sending your link to all your people. Send this out, y'all. Bless somebody. That's all I ask. Share it. Help us reach the nations. Help us reach the word. Tell them to watch the whole thing. Because you watch it for 5 minutes. Lastly, can you do me one favor? All 100 and 200 of you left. Can all of you just hit the like button real quick? If you agree with the word, hit like. And again, she said, okay, Pastor D. Lewis, Louis, Cash App, PayPal.me/DDL Ministries, or the website www.pastordlouis.com. I love y'all. Thank you, Poet Graham. I appreciate y'all for following me. Thank y'all. I'm just a little country boy from Monroe, Louisiana. That's God is raising up in this season, and I love God for what He's doing. A few years ago, some of you never knew who I was, but I thank God for what He's doing. God is changing the guard, and He's putting people in place that's going to push His glory. I love y'all. Y'all have a wonderful night. All of y'all, PayPal.me, Kelly /DDL Ministries, or go to my website, www.pastordlouis.com. All the ways to give on the website as well. I love y'all. Y'all have a wonderful night in Christ. It's my prayer that you increase exponentially, walk in the favor of God like never before. Again, Instagram, Pastor D. Lewis. Go follow me over there. I love y'all.